Seppuku was a self-inflicted death of unimaginable difficulty. Its success depended on men possessing a unique skill. Should the Kaishakunin fail, intense agony would prolong, deeply unsettling onlookers. Such records fundamentally shook a samurai's dignity. Yet, in truth, an even more astonishing reality was hidden. What truly constituted the success of seppuku, a revered act for samurai? Why were Kaishakunin necessary? What was the ultimate secret of their sword technique? And what transpired within their minds? Let us now delve into that truth. The main feature will also elaborate on the underlying Bushido spirit surrounding seppuku and Kaishakunin. Seppuku was an act of taking one's own life to demonstrate a samurai's honor and innocence. It was particularly widespread during the Sengoku period. However, ending one's life by one's own hand, disemboweling oneself, was exceedingly difficult. It is said that many samurai contorted their faces in agonizing pain. Thus emerged the system of the Kaishakunin, to alleviate the seppuku performer's pain and ensure the ritual's completion. Its origins can be traced to the late Kamakura period. The primary role of the Kaishakunin was to sever the head with a single stroke immediately after the seppuku performer disemboweled themselves, thus ending their suffering swiftly. The Kaishakunin also had to be samurai. They bore the honor of the dying and fulfilled the crucial duty of gracing their final moments. Often, a Kaishakunin was chosen from among those close to the seppuku performer, relatives, friends, or disciples, as a final service to the deceased. While Kaishaku was considered an honorable act, its responsibility was immense, a double-edged sword where failure could also tarnish the Kaishakunin's own honor. The Kaishakunin's sword technique demanded not just the practicality of severing a head in an instant, but an aesthetic that rendered even death beautiful. The etiquette of Kaishaku was strictly defined down to the finest detail. So what exactly was this ultimate skill? The Kaishakunin positioned themselves to the left rear of the seppuku performer, carefully observing their movements. The katana chosen would be of excellent quality, neither too heavy nor chipped. The most crucial technique was to sever the carotid artery with a single stroke, ensuring instantaneous death. This was called Kaidamyaku Ikamanji. However, completely severing the head was considered bad manners, as a rolling corpse would not be visually appealing. Thus, the ultimate technique, uchikake, was devised, to leave a single layer of skin connecting the head. This ensured the head remained barely attached to the torso. For this, Kaishakunin applied advanced striking techniques like makogiri, a direct downward cut, and kesajiri, a diagonal cut, mastering subtle control over their strength. The timing of the kaishaku was also crucial. They aimed for the precise moment when the seppuku performer stabbed the dagger into their abdomen and withdrew it. Within these mere seconds, everything had to be executed with precision. The Kaishakunin was an ultimate craftsman, demanding extreme concentration and mental fortitude. The ideal kaishaku was considered a silent one, where not even the sound of the blade would resonate. It was completed quietly, without the surroundings being disturbed. However, this ultimate technique came with unimaginable psychological burden. What kind of immense pressure did they endure? Kaishaku was also the final act of loyalty or friendship towards the deceased. Yet, taking the life of someone close brought immense internal conflict. The mental exhaustion of Kaishakunin was so profound that the term kaishakuzukair, kaishaku fatigue, remains. Some are said to have performed this duty multiple times. A famous example is Oishi Chikara, one of the Ako Rashi, whose Kaishakunin was Onodera Komin, a friend of his father. His emotional state at the time can only be imagined. After Kaishaku, it was customary for the Kaishakunin to purify their sword and clasp their hands in prayer to appease the soul of the deceased. They, too, were beings who confronted death. A failed Kaishaku not only severely damaged the Kaishakunin's own honor, but sometimes even led to their own death. A broken sword, missing the mark, or striking multiple times. Such failures were considered unforgivable acts that defiled a samurai's dignity. Kaishaku was truly the ultimate test of Bushido. It was a role unlike any other, merging technique, spirit, and ethics. So, what were some famous instances of Kaishaku recorded in history? Let's explore those dramatic accounts. Famous among these is Oda Nobunaga's Kaishaku. It is said that Mori Ranmaru, his page, served as Kaishakunin for Nobunaga when he was cornered during the Hanoji incident. Shinsengumi Commander Kondo Isami's end was by decapitation, but the officials at the time are said to have strongly perceived their role as Kaishakunin. And then Seigo Takamori's Kaishaku. Defeated in the Seinen War, Seigo commanded Beppu Shinsuke to perform Kaishaku. The last spirit of Bushido resided there. The institution of Kaishaku persisted even into the modern era. The last recorded Kaishaku was performed by military personnel after the end of World War II. However, with the abolition of the samurai system, both Seppuku and Kaishaku gradually vanished from the forefront of Japanese history. Nevertheless, the samurai spirit of honorable death continues to reside in the hearts of Japanese people, albeit in altered forms. Seppuku was the ultimate act of expressing one's will, and Kaishaku was the assistance to bring it to a perfect and beautiful end. The Kaishakunin were truly like living blades, protecting the dignity of the dying and gracing their final moments. Their technique and spirit were deeply rooted in the darker aspects of Bushido, embodying its complex ethical code. Why were Kaishakunin necessary, and what did they achieve? The answer to that question lies at the very essence of Bushido. Kaishakunin were necessary to complete the brutal act of seppuku and minimize the suffering of the dying. The ultimate secret of their sword technique was uchikake, the supreme skill of leaving a single layer of neck skin. It encapsulated the samurai aesthetic. The immense pressure of taking the life of someone close was immeasurable, leaving deep scars on the Kaishakunin's hearts. They, too, were beings who confronted death. The Kaishakunin were indeed living blades, preserving the dignity of dying samurai and ensuring their final journey was complete. Their existence may well convey the profound depth of Bushido and the complex truth surrounding human dignity to this day.
History still hides untold stories. Subscribe for more forgotten history.